Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie and this is your weekly reading for August 23rd through the 29th. Quick disclaimer, this is a general reading and cannot resonate with everyone. So take what does resonate with you and leave what doesn't. And if none of it resonates with you, then feel free to check out one of the readings for one of your other zodiac signs, or go check out one of the many very wonderful readers on this platform who may have something more attuned to your personal situation this week. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, lawyer, therapist, counselor, etc. I'm just a girl with a passion for the tarot, and anything that I say resembling advice is based solely on my opinion, my own experiences, my own knowledge, my interpretations of the cards, and little bits and pieces that may occur to me intuitively throughout the reading. If you guys do enjoy this reading, if it resonates, please remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you'd like to my channel so that you can get notifications in the future when I upload more videos, which is every week. And I also would like to start doing pick-a-cards and themed readings, things of that nature, in the near future. So if you have any ideas or any suggestions for readings that you would like to see, please leave it in a comment. I would love to see what ideas you guys have and implement them into my future videos. So with all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started. We're starting out this week with an archetype card. Sagittarius, you guys got the Destroyer, okay, which may sound a little ominous, but it doesn't have to be. The role of the Destroyer, it comes in to remove old systems, anything that remains from the past that is no longer useful, that no longer serves your greater purpose. Okay, so the Destroyer comes in basically to demolish, clean house, and leave a space for you to create something better, something new, build upon fresh foundations. So this could be a time for you where it feels like a lot of things are leaving your life or something's coming to an end, but it is for the purpose of something better taking its place. Next card I'm going to pull is going to be from the Moonology deck, and it's going to give us an idea of what kinds of cosmic influences may be affecting you or your situation this week. Just some outside energies that are at play for you guys. So what do we have for Sagittarius? We have here the fixed moon. It says hold your vision. So if there's something that you're wanting to create or manifest, a vision that you have in your mind at this time, not to let it go. Even though things may be in a state of change and upheaval at this time, it's to make this vision possible for you. It's to make things easier for you to manifest. So it may not happen right away for you. You may not see a way to get started just yet, but don't lose hope. Don't throw it away. Put it on a shelf and wait for the right time. You'll feel when that right time is. The next few cards I'm going to pull are going to give us an idea of what general situation or what the main situation is that you guys are going to be dealing with this week. The main situation for Sagittarius this week, please. Okay, so the first couple cards to come out are the Watch. Okay, so all having to do with timing. Now is a divine timing for something. Something is occurring now because this is when it was meant to happen. And that something is indicated by the broom. Okay, so what I was saying earlier, cleaning house. Cleaning up your life. Getting rid of everything that you don't need anymore. Decluttering. This could be literally cleaning your actual physical house, decluttering your house or your environment. But this can also be decluttering your mind, your energy, your heart, or relationships. Just getting rid of whatever it is that you don't need that only serves to weigh you down or hold you back. What is it that you guys need to clean out of your life? Okay, so we have the Mort Bell. This doesn't necessarily tell us, well, it does, actually. I'm just going to stop myself right there. The bell is used to clear energy. So I take it that it's negative or stagnant, stale energy that is surrounding you, that you're hanging on to. This is what needs to be cleared from your life. Anything that feels like it's not moving forward, anything that just feels stagnant. So again, this could be a relationship or a person in your life that kind of brings that energy around you. So you may want to cut ties with people who don't want to make any forward movement in your life or that you feel hold you back. But It's the ringing of the bell, that vibration that helps to kind of like release negativity, and to get the energy flowing around you and through you again. This could also indicate an alarm or some kind of signal for you. It could be a sign. You may actually, and that would connect to this watch as well, that something is going to occur that is going to signify to you that it is time to take this action, that it's time to clear your energy, in order to facilitate the destruction of the old and the unnecessary in your life, to make way for you to fulfill this vision here that you're holding on to. Let's see if we can get any advice on how you can go about clearing your energy. Okay, we have the pot, which is similar to a cauldron. Okay, so this is where magic happens. This could indicate that the way that you need to clear your energy is to, you could literally do spell work. You could do something, like new moon intention setting, which it is a little bit late for that at this point in time, but not really. I mean, the new moon was just last week. But anyway, metaphysical or spiritual means to clear that energy. That's kind of what's implied here by the pot. The pot can also indicate creative energy. Spell work can be very creative. You're putting things together in order to create a result or create something new that serves a certain function. So if any of you guys are into spell work, or you work with herbs, or the pot also makes me think of singing bowls. So it's also, because we have the bell here as well, then it could be helpful to you guys to use sound or frequency therapy as well to help clear your energy, like physically taking action to clear your energetic space, your aura. We'll get a little more clarification with the tarot. Well, we'll get a lot more clarification with the tarot. So first I'm going to clarify the watch. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. I think that this is time to get back to following your heart, is what I get from that, from the Page of Cups. Some kind of calling from deep within yourself, that not necessarily something you've been ignoring, but you're just in a place now in your life where you hear it better, it's more clear, and you have the ability and the time and the drive to pursue it. This also calls to your inner child as well. That page energy is very young and experienced, but also curious, explorative. So I almost wonder if this isn't calling back to something from your childhood as well. This vision holding your vision, right? This vision could be something that is actually something you've had within yourself for a very long time. Could be a childhood dream of yours. And Spirit would be saying now that it's time to go for it and try to achieve that. Time to set your life up in such a way that it is conducive to manifesting that vision. So now we'll clarify the broom. So we have the Lovers, and it is in reverse. So this can indicate an imbalance within your own internal duality, which would be an imbalance between the mind and the heart. The Lovers can also be a little more literally interpreted. So this could be a relationship, potentially a romantic relationship, but one that is kind of superficial or does not, like your heart's not really in it, and it's just an attachment. It's a relationship that you're used to, that you hang on to because it's, it and it's comfortable and it's safe. So there could be something to do with a relationship that perhaps no longer serves you, that holds you back, and that it's time to let go of it and to remove yourself from that relationship or that situation. The Lover's card can also indicate passion, right? Just pure passion. And so for it to be in the reverse, it could also indicate that there are things that, you chase after, or goals that you have that are, again, related to superficial desires. And that it's time to kind of move away from that, let that go, and chase whatever this vision is that holds a deeper meaning for you. We'll come back again with another tarot deck in just a second and re-clarify everything. So right now I'm going to move on to the Mort Bell and get some clarification on what that's about. So we have the Ten of Blades, and it is in reverse. And so I think what the Mort Bell is trying to tell you is that the situation that you're in now is done. You're done with it. You can't gain anything else from it. And at this point, it's really only hurting you. You've learned everything you can from this part of your life. You've finally reached that milestone where it's just time to let it go, to leave it behind. It also indicates a tough lesson learned, but you're still kind of clinging to your previous beliefs or the ideas that don't serve you anymore. It's just this reluctance to let go and an inability to move forward. So I think that this bell comes in and rings kind of to shock you out of that, to kind of give you a kick in the butt to move forward, to get moving in the right direction. So this could manifest as an event of some kind, something that happens in your life that just kind of helps motivate you to get away from the stagnant energy. We'll clarify that again in just a second. Let's clarify the pot real fast. Clarify the pot for me, please. We have the Chariot. That which drives you. So this could mean that you're driven by something creative, a creative pursuit. There's something that you want to manifest, something that you want to bring into being that utilizes some kind of creative skill that you may have. You might be an artist, or a poet, a writer, a musician, or you just may have a very creative idea business-wise, or you may just want to lead a more creative, beautiful life where you travel more and you put yourself out there and, you're kind of like free, a wanderer of sorts. Okay, but creativity is a big part of the pot here. And so that's why I think that it's a creative desire that motivates you here to move forward. So you may have some opportunity to show off your creative skills or to create something and put it out in the world and get positive feedback from it so that you can realize that there is something there for you and that it's something that you should put more time and effort and energy into. Okay, so now I'll move on to a different tarot deck. The Cosmos Tarot. I did use it last week. It's a little different from the traditional tarot, but I really like it, and it just gives a good, a different facet of the tarot, a different side of the meaning of each card. So I like it a lot. I think it's very useful. First, we'll go ahead and we'll go right back to the Watch and the Page of Cups and get some clarification on the relationship between those two cards in this reading. So we have the Four of Water. Partnership, collaboration, and shared vision. Okay, so that's that word vision again popping up in this reading for you guys. It's that Four of Cups energy. So this timing may be indicated by somebody coming into your life who either offers you an opportunity or does, again, like expresses that they share the same vision you do. And that can be something that motivates you to step out of your comfort zone and really put yourself out there, because now you feel like you have an ally, you have someone on your team, and you can both work together to create something really great. Let's clarify the Broom and the Lovers in reverse. I kind of want to know why that Lovers card is in reverse there. So we have the Page of Air. See if we can get the focus there. Disposition, tendencies, and governing principles. Preconceived notions is kind of what I get from that as well. Has a lot to do with perspective. And actually, I think it's deeper than that. I think it has a lot to do with certain habits and ideas that you have about how the world works from how you were raised, how you grew up, the people that you were taught by, the education you've received. Okay, so we all come out of childhood or come out of like secondary school with this idea of how the world works. And that is the foundation, the basis for everything that we learn and everything that we do after that. And so the page of air, every page is like a student or an apprentice. So there's this almost kind of an immature perspective or an immature point of view that's based on a very small amount of experience and a lot of secondhand or third-hand knowledge. So because the Lover's card is in reverse, I think that this is just indicating you figuring out what it is that you really want out of life, or realizing what's truly important or how the world really works. Like you're kind of refining your understanding of your place in the world and what your truth is, and also refining your vision. Okay, so it could be something like what you have to clean out is old plans. Okay, old desires, what you thought you wanted for yourself. You tried it out and then it wasn't right for you. Okay, and that's why this Lover's card is in reverse. You thought you were passionate about something, but then you didn't feel it. Your heart wasn't in it. So that Lover's card is in reverse. And this all has to do with these this disposition, your primary disposition that you had when you first entered this part of your life. And so now that's changing for you. We do have 2 pages on the table right now, so very much like beginning, starting out energy. So you've learned a lot, but you have yet to put it into practice. And so now once you put your first foot out there and you start actually entering whatever world or realm that you want to work in. So let's say that you're an artist, right? And you actually enter the world of artists and you start putting yourself out there. You start learning the ropes. You start realizing what it's really all about, what you need to know, what you need to do, what experience you should have. And it helps to reshape what you want for yourself, what your plan is, and what you really feel called towards, if that makes sense. I'll get a little more clarification in just a minute from the Oracle cards after I clarify these here. So let's clarify that Mort Bell with the Ten of Knives in reverse. Ten of Blades. Ten of Blades in reverse. So we have the Five of Earth. Resources, craftsmanship, and labor. Which also corresponds to the Five of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, which can sometimes indicate financial hardship or a lack of resources or a lack mindset. So with the Ten of Blades in reverse there, I do kind of feel like there is a level of exhaustion. I think that you put a lot of work into something and you didn't get the results that you expected. Either you thought it would be easier, or you thought it would be different. Things just aren't turning out the way that you had hoped. And it's not for a lack of trying. It's just that perhaps you had unrealistic expectations, which happens when we're first starting out. We always have unrealistic expectations about how much progress we can make, how quickly we can make it, and what kind of reward we can receive for our hard work. So I think this, with the bell here, is just Spirit telling you that, like, the reason why you're not getting what you thought you would get out of it, the reason why you feel like your hard work isn't amounting to what you thought it would, is because this isn't the right path for you. Okay, and it's not going to work out because you're supposed to be somewhere else doing something else. Perhaps you got caught up in the small details, right? You started out following your heart, following this vision, but the vision got lost when you got caught up in the little mundane details and I don't know where I was going with that. Like the community, you know what I mean? Like you get started out, going back to that artist example, and then you're like, I'm gonna be a painter, and I'm gonna sit in my apartment, and I'm gonna paint all these paintings, and then I'm gonna sell them to galleries. And then you realize that there's a lot of like little things in politics, and you realize that you're probably better off renting a really expensive printer and then helping sell other people's art prints to make enough money to continue to paint until your painting takes off. And then you just get lost in the process, and the vision gets lost. Just one second. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we will clarify the pot and the chariot. Figure out what's going on there. Okay, so we have the Two of Earth, science, education, and mentorship. So this could be spirit guiding you to seek out further education or guidance from somebody else who is an expert in the field that you're looking to get into. Somebody has a lot more experience than you who can help guide you and show you the ropes and show you where to, how to achieve what you want to achieve, what the next step should be for you. So if you know somebody that you can turn to, then that's probably who this is referring to. Otherwise, you could ask Spirit to send someone to you for guidance and just, keep living your life. And Spirit will, if you are on the right path, Spirit will provide you the help you need to get to where you want to be or to get to where you need to be. This could also indicate that a mentor is already set to come into your life to help guide you. Somebody to help lead your chariot for the time being. So I see this as kind of being a total reset and going back to the drawing board, back to your basic vision, and then trying to restructure your plans. Figure out how to change the process that you are going through to achieve your dreams, to get what you want. And getting back to what your heart desires most. Almost like you're purifying the process, you're simplifying your life in this way. I'm rambling. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And I use these to just get any additional insight or advice from Spirit that would be helpful to you guys. I think let's see. Based on what we've got on the table so far, maybe we should ask a little bit about who this mentor is, if you don't know who this mentor is, or what further education that you might need. Let's see, what about this education, this guidance? Okay, we have wormhole, serendipity, shortcut, secret link. So this isn't something that you have to worry about. I think this is going to come into your life. You're going to run into this this mentor, this education, this information that you need to move forward. I think that you're going to just kind of stumble across it. You may also come into some information that makes you realize that everything that you were trying to do, like there was an easier way. You're just going to find a much easier way and kind of feel kind of like you wasted some time, maybe a little bit, but you didn't. You had to go through what you went through to get to this point, to be able to get back to your vision. So, everything in its own divine timing. Everything happens when it's supposed to. This could also indicate that it'll be kind of, spontaneous, right? The answers that you're looking for will just kind of arise out of nowhere or in a very strange place. You won't expect it. Just trying to see if anything else pops into my head before I move on to the next card. I almost wonder if some guidance may come into you in your sleep, because she's asleep in that card. And the wormhole is already very, ethereal, very metaphysical. I definitely think that you're on the right track now. Now that you're restructuring your life, now that you're getting back to what your heart is calling you to, that things are just going to start coming together a lot easier for you in this process. Because you're getting rid of everything that was holding you back, that, let's say you're going through this wormhole. You can't carry everything with you that you had. You leave it behind, and then you're able to step forward into a different reality or a different future that allows you to flourish and grow. And it's almost like the universe is just waiting for you to let go of, all this junk that you were hanging on to, so that it could step in and reach out its hand and pull you through. We'll go ahead and we'll switch decks now to get some clarity, because I feel like that didn't make a lot of sense, what I just said. What additional insight or advice do you have for Sagittarius? Okay, so we have the donkey. Burden, heavy load. So this does kind of confirm what I was just saying, okay? That you were carrying too much on your shoulders, that there are things that you need to let go, and you were working really hard and not achieving results. And I think that you were just overloading yourself because you thought the more you did, surely you would finally get some results. You would finally get the results that you were looking for. And you just ended up piling a whole lot of obligations and responsibilities and work on top of yourself that you don't need. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch decks now. Let's see. Find out what you should do. What you should do next. What's the very next step you should take? Okay, so we have the full moon. 2 cards came out to answer this. It says recharge. Express gratitude and strengthen body and spirit. Implies getting rest as well, especially if you've been carrying such a heavy burden during this time, that it makes sense to get some rest, to relax before setting out on the next adventure, setting out on your next goal. We also have potential, exciting change, opportunity ahead. So you have a lot to look forward to right now. And that's why you need that rest. That's why you need to recharge, because once the ball gets rolling, there's no stopping it. But that's really good. That's really positive. That means that what you wanted is coming to you. It is available to you. You're going to be able to achieve it. And so Spirit is telling you, get ready. Drop all that unnecessary shit that you're carrying around, because it's too heavy to carry with you. And then get some rest, relax, reset. Because when we get up in the morning, we're hitting the road and we're going to the future. That's it. So now I'll go ahead and pull a card from the Shamanic Medicine deck to get a little bit more advice from Spirit. Air, okay, creativity. So this is why I kept coming up with artistic examples earlier, okay? Because there's a lot of creativity in this reading, or a lot of inferences to somebody who is very creative, who is an artist of some kind, and who's going to make something brilliant. Which I'm assuming is you, because that's who I'm doing this reading for. Whoever this resonates with, you may be an artist. So one more card. And of course, when I said one more card, I meant 2, because 2 came out. Okay, so first we have full circle. So this situation is coming full circle for you. You're starting a new cycle. This is a new beginning for you. Okay, you're wrapping up the last cycle by realizing and acknowledging that while you did your best, you could no longer move forward on the path that you were on. So now you're changing direction, okay? That doesn't mean that the time was wasted. It just means that it's now time to change. It's really simple. That's all there is to it. Another card that came out was Rainbow Road, which has a very similar meaning. This is all about, allowing yourself to mourn the past, mourn what you feel may have been lost, and to move on when you're ready. I do think that you are ready. I don't see from the other cards that are on the table right now as this being too much of a loss for you. I think that you just are excited to finally feel like you're successful, to see results. And so that's why this is coming full circle. This is the perfect time for you to move forward. But I think this card is just confirming what the full circle card was saying, is that make sure that you recognize and acknowledge that even though you didn't achieve the success or the results that you hoped for in the beginning, that does not mean that you wasted your time. And, you learned what you needed to learn from that process, so that now you can take advantage of the opportunities that are going to open themselves up to you. Something to do with this creative endeavor of yours that is going to be very successful, because it's divinely guided. And because it's the right time for it now. Think that you just had to wait to reach a certain level of maturity. You had to learn a couple things about what you wanted and how the world works, and you had to realize how important it is to stick to your original vision and to stay true to what you believe in when it comes to the artistic process, so that you don't get lost in the little things and so that you don't accidentally drift away from your predetermined destination, I guess. But Spirit definitely has your back. You guys are on the right track. You're doing good stuff. Things are changing abruptly for you guys as well. I think that a lot of things are going to start happening for you very quickly, kind of spontaneously. And as long as you're making sure that you are clearing out all the junk from the past, as long as you're clearing your energy and resetting your intentions and releasing anything in your life that no longer serves you or that you feel holds you back, as long as you do those 3 things, then you are going to be set for success, and you're going to be able to move forward on this new path towards achieving whatever this vision is that you guys are holding on to. Okay, hold your vision. Don't let go of anything that your heart feels called to because you think you can't achieve it. You can. It's just all about timing. So that's what I've got for you guys this week, Sagittarius. I want to thank you for joining me. I think I did all the housekeeping earlier at the beginning of the video, so that's all I've got. Thank you. Take care, and I will see you next week.